Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel. Got a new frame for you today, quad frame, a 250 size freestyle. Well, no, you can't really, I suppose you can use anything for racing, but it's a freestyle quad. And first thing some people are going to say is that's a clone or a rip-off of the remix frame. Well, in one sense you can see it is, but technically it's not. There's a lot of, I know Tommy, aka Quad. God, I can't pronounce that. Tommy. When he released that remix frame, we know Relic did a complete copy instantly. So like within minutes of Tommy releasing the remix frame, it was copied. Right, but this frame's by, as I'm looking across there, right, this frame's by Hskrc. Not to be confused with HGLRC. That's a completely different company. Personally, this Hskrc, I've never heard of them. But it's a frame I saw from banggood.com. And yeah, it does look a bit like the remix frame. But there's a hell of a lot of frames out now that look like the remix frame. And those frames out before the remix frame that look like the remix frame. So there's not a big debates about it's a copy, it's a clone. It's from banggood.com. Alright, it's about £22, £23. And it looked pretty damn good. And that's why I'm doing a review. So I'm going to do this in two parts. That's why we're starting with a gabbing here. I'm going to show you it on the table, all the bits and pieces, have a quick talk through. Then I'm going to put it together as a loose fitting. But I'm going to do that in like jump shots, if you know what I mean, rather than you watching the full build, because you do get instructions with it, and I usually say throw them away, but this time keep them, because it's quite a complicated build. Alright, we're not talking brain surgery, not like that, but it is quite complicated, so it's worth having a look at them. And I know I will be, hands up, I might have built hundreds, well not hundreds, but you know what I mean, but I will be looking at these. Alright, but yeah, I'm going to do this in two parts, show you the frame, put it together in jump shots. Right, if I come across anything really interesting, I'll sort of like slow everything down and talk you through it. Alright. And then part two, I'm going to put all my electrics in and take you over to Betaflight, because the board on this particular quad, your flight control board, is upside down. So you have to do a few little adjustments in Betaflight, or Butterflight if you're using it, but you'll probably be using Betaflight. And I'm sorry if that's just offended people that switched off on a Butterflight, but whatever. But yeah. There's a few little software adjustments you have to do, because it's upside down, where you'd connect up your first arms, your ESC, which would normally be on number 1, right? When you turn the quad over the correct way, it'd be on number 4, and number 4 would become number 1, and number 2 would become number 4. Sorry, that number 1 would become number 3, number 3 would become number 1. Number 2, ESC2 would become ESC4, and 4 would become 2. Now there's a couple of different ways of doing it. You can change it in the actual software and change the actual command line, or you can run your wires across, right, your signal wires from your ESCs, right, but you will still have to let Betaflight know you've inverted your board. But that will be in part 2. The full thing put together, show you what I've got in it, and show you on Betaflight how to move things round, shall we say, literally round or upside down if you like. Alright, a lot of people will know, but everyone who subscribes to me should know most of my videos I try and help new pilots. Okay then, let's start with this part 1. Now we've just spent 16 hours gabbing. I'll make this bit quick if I can. We'll just jump down to the bench, have a look at this frame. Like I say, it's the Hskrc Freestyle 250 size, 248 gram, carbon fibre. It's a true X, and it's a freestyle frame. Okay then, pal, let's jump down and have a look at it. Cheers. Right then, here we go. Here's your quadding bits and pieces. The very first thing I'm going to say is, on all my new builds or reviews of new models and stuff, I always say give them a sand down, smooth the edges off, get rid of any sharp edges. Well, I've been through this and I couldn't find any sharp edges. I mean, we're not talking rub on a baby's bottom, right? But where the hell did that come from? Right, Jesus Christ. There's mothers out there everywhere freaking calling hell out me. No, but there's no sharp edges to worry about. Your wires are out, so I'm not even going to bother sanding this down. It's cut pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm quite happy with the cut of it, so I'm not going to sand this one down. I was confused when I opened the package. It just comes in, actually squeeze over, it just comes in a pack like that. Like I say, it's not an expensive model, but there you go. I was confused with this though, right? Because when I was looking at this on Banggood, and I was looking at the photos and the pictures, and even in the instructions, this type of plate is obviously the bottom plate. So I was thinking, where's that one go? And I double checked online. I even looked all over the website and everything. I'm thinking, why? The only answer I can come up with is there's a spare one by accident. So, because they are identical, right, but two together won't fit where they're meant to go, because they're meant to slide into these little slots here, you see. I just turn that round like that, and two will not fit in that little slot, as you can see. So either they send everybody a spare as a backup, but I don't really know why you'd need a spare, because this is going to be right down at the bottom and pretty much protected, right? But or they've just put it in by accident, right, which is fine. But either way, you only need one of them. So if you do get two, just put it to one side and you know you've got a spare. And let's see, until I start putting it together, right, there's not a lot I can tell you. I've told you it's milled down, it feels quite smooth, there's no sharp edges are out. Right, it's 4mm thick arms, and basically the carbon's cut correctly, so they're quite, well, they have very strong arms. And you've got 3mm for your camera mount, but I mean really, let's just start putting it together, right, which will be fun. Like I say, I'll be looking at the instructions. I've figured out that goes on there, and the arms will go in between like such. So let's just start putting it together. These are all the bits and pieces you get with it, and if I come across anything of interest, I will pause or slow down, because I'll probably speed up through this bit and talk you through what I've come across. But right, let's start opening stuff up, moving stuff. You get some nice little silver standoffs and little nuts and bolts. The tools you will need a 0.2 hex driver and something to hold on to the nuts. If you've got a proper nut wrench like this is 5.5 and it fits the nuts perfectly, or you can just use a pair of pliers or anything you usually use, but this is what I'll be using. You have some little bling to go over your nuts, make it look pretty. You got some standoffs, which I won't be using, little plastic standoffs. I'll be using the rubber dampener ones. And you have a pad to go over for your lipo pad, which I won't be using. I'll be using the Uma grip and some other your camera mount. So anyway, let's start putting it together. Play a bit of music, fast forward. If I come across anything interesting, I'll pause the video. Here we go then. Let's play. I've just realised realise in one of the bags, and you only get one, this tiny little metal, well I suppose it's a standoff, it's just a little metal ring, alright? You'll want that to sit, whoops, in there, right? And there'll be a nut and bolt through just to hold that up in place, and the arms then will fit inside, not that way obviously, like that, alright? But that tiny little O-ring type thing, there's only one, so make sure you don't lose that. And let's speed up again. I just figured out something else. Once I've got that connected on there, I'm not going to be able to get underneath to secure anything. And I'm not talking about the arms, I'm talking about the camera mount. So I'm going to move these to one side a minute and put the camera mount on first. So you can speed up again now. You get a little bit of padding for the camera mount as well, look, but I'll be using Umi grip. Put that over there. Right, the reason why I've stopped it, I had a little bit of trouble deciding which screw to use there, but yeah, it's definitely one of the long ones. But the reason why I've stopped here is because I'm about to mount the arms. Now, in most cases, you will have your propellers, your props spinning in towards the quad, and on the back spinning in towards the quad. If you're mounting your props that way, this little rivet cut out here is to wrap your motor wires under, right? Now if you're having your props spinning in, shall we say, the standard way, where they spin in towards, have these little well, cable holding bits right, facing that way, so that if the prop comes down, it's not going to cut the cable, because the cable will be running on this side. You know what I mean? So over here I'd have it that way, and as the prop's spinning, if it comes down in a crash, it's going to cut there, it's not going to hit your cables. Now if you have your prop spinning outwards, like quite a few people do nowadays, where they spin outwards, then you'll want these parts for your cables pointing in, for the pointing out I should say, for that same reason. Okay then, right, you get the gist. You know what I meant anyhow, so let's continue. As you can see what I've done there, what I was telling you about where the prop's spinning, well, if they're spinning in that way, they're going to cut on this side, so that one I put on the wrong way around. That one wants to be that way, right, and that one needs turning around. So, and as you look, I'll just show you, well, we've got one on right and one on wrong. This is the correct way. As your props spin inwards, if they bend over, they're not going to cut the wire because the wires will be at this side. Whereas the way I put that on there by accident, if the prop spin in, you can see the wires are going to be here and it's going to cut the wires. So this one needs taking off, turning around, and that one just needs securing. So I'll do that again now. And back to the music. that's the top plate all done. When I want to put my cable through there, I'll just have to loosen that a little bit. It'll sort of like rock out like a rocking arm, and then slide my cable in and pop it back in. In fact, I'm going to loosen that now, or I'll forget and I'll probably pull it. So I'll just loosen that a little bit. That'll do. And I'll just slide that out like that and slide my cable in and then push it back in again and then tighten it up. Now I know it's loose, I won't forget to do it. But yeah, there's your top plate. You can see it's pretty much a true X, as they said. And I'll tell you what, not that one because I've just loosened that, but these are locked in, and it feels a lot stronger than I was expecting actually. But yeah, so far so good. We'll just put this to one side and we'll move on to the bottom, and then we'll start because it's sort of like a two frame kit, if you know what I mean. That goes on there somewhere or like that or whatever. And then you join everything together. So I'll just put this to one side for 1 minute, and now we'll move on to this bottom plate, and let's speed up again. There's two smaller standoffs, spacers I should say. You saw what the big ones for, it's at the back. The two smaller ones, these are to go at the front. Right, one goes in there and one goes a bit higher up. Right, but they're obviously way too small. These two parts here you get for mounting your camera, they go on the inside. I've just figured that out. And once they're on the inside, then these will fit, these small little spacers. Okay then, let's continue. I have put that on completely the wrong way around. All this has to come off. All that has to be over there and all that has to be over there. So I've done it completely and utterly the wrong way around. So remember, these little bits that come up like little hooks, you can see them the way they hook up, right? They go to the back. This is your camera mount, that goes to the front. Okay then, speed up again. It happens. Back again, found another mistake I've made. This long screw from the beginning, this first one I put in, it's the wrong bloody screw I've put in. I put in a medium size one, and you're meant to put in this long one here. There's only one. It says in the instructions there's only one, so I put in the wrong one. This should be fun now. I've actually I have to get that little bugger back in there now. Okay then, let's see what we can do here. I doubt very much I'll be able to do this on camera. Right, let's do this in stages. If I... Right then, pilots and ground crew, we're getting there. Now it's a case of, right, figuring this bit out. These centerpieces, right, are obviously for your camera. Okay, front screw for your camera and back screw for your tilt on your camera. Not that you need that, but it's always nice to know it's there. This was connecting like so, somehow. Still don't know about this yet. Ah, that will click into there, will it? No. Ah, this looks like it's got a section for a nut. Yep. Oops. Alright. Let's get a little nut in here facing down. I believe that's meant to go in there. Unfortunately, this is where the instructions are slowing me down, sort of, because I can't bloody yeah, that's in. You put one of the little nuts in these little grooves on each side, fit with a thread that you're going to use facing, well, up, away from you, if you know what I mean. If I'd have realised this, I'd have probably done this at the bloody beginning. It's fiddly. Ah, I got it. Right, so I'm assuming now, you see that will screw in there. So we'll screw that in now. If I can get the bloody thing in. Don't you fall out. Get in, you bugger. Right. Let's get... ah, hell. Fiddly. Must be an easier way to do this. Look, them nuts are frigging falling out anyhow, so I'm going to turn it over. Turn it over, sit it on, put the screws in. I think this will be the shorter screws this time. Maybe. Assuming that's threaded. Right, no, that's not going to fit in a million years, so it's not them little screws. Don't know what these little tiny screws are for then. I ain't got there yet with them. Right. I think there'll be something to do with the back when we get there. There we go. Right, I'm only doing it loose. And grab another one. Grab a bit of bling. I reckon this is my last bit of bling. Because there's only 3 bits left and I'm assuming they're spare. Oh, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong here. Considering this is the top. Oh my god. I put it on upside down. Who's laughing? Come on. Who spotted it first? I know one of you spotted it before me and was shouting at the telly saying, what the friggin' hell's that idiot doing? Oh god. Yeah, I put it on upside down, haven't I? What a moron. What an absolute first rate 24 karat gold plonker. That's the bottom, that's the top, that fits on there like that. What a div. It's because I turned it upside down, innit? What a complete div. Oops. Oh look, doesn't that look better? It almost looks like a quad now. Jesus, I can't believe I did that. Can't believe I'm not going to edit it out, but I'm going to leave it in. We all make mistakes. I might have invented a new style of quad. I'm the bottom on the top and the top on the bottom. Nah, nah. What a dipstick. Right. Okay then, we got there in the end, but we're not 100% finished yet. But yeah, this is the bottom, that's the bottom, alright, that's the top, so don't put the bottom on top of the top. And that should open up now, yeah, that's the way it will open up. And you get out all your electrics and everything there. You'll do all your electrics and you get at everything, because that's where your flight board will go, and then it closes over there. Now this is the bit I'm a bit confused about here, because where does this connect and how does this connect? Alright, this is the bit I'm confused about. See, it don't seem to go anywhere or do anything. Yeah, I'm a bit confused about this one, lads and lasses. Surely it don't just clip in. No. Oh, if that pulls that way, there's 2 holes. If I they're not going to go in there. What do you do? Just put a screw straight through there. Let's have a look. Let's have a go. Maybe you do. Yeah, if you can see there, that's tightening up. I'm not going to do it too tight in case I'm doing it wrong. But that's just pulled that into that little gap. But that one isn't. I'm thinking these holes need to be a bit bigger. Tell you what, I'm just going to loosen that. Because we're just about there. Where's that nut? Put the nut back in, that's fell out. That's fell out again and fell on the floor. Right, I'll tell you what, open it up. So you would take them screws out of there and this opens up, which is fine, but we need to get another screw in here now, a nut. Oh, that's fiddly and tight. Right, that's in. It's a bit loose, but it's in. And if I close that down, get a bit of nut bling. I don't really like this part. It doesn't seem like it's a great idea. You see that nut's come out again, look. Right. What I'm gonna have to do, right, is glue that nut in there because it keeps popping out. Right, this one, as you can see there, hopefully, this one has stayed in place. This one keeps coming out. We'll try a different nut just one last time. Try putting a different size nut in. I'll just turn it round. I don't know if I'm in shot here, but no, that's quite loose. I can see that falling straight out again, but it's in for a second, so let's see if we can screw it down. So that just sits on like that. So I will be putting a bit of glue, or actually I'm going to nick Tommy's idea. Tommy, aka Oma Grip, who made the remix frame, which this is very similar to. When he did his nuts at the end here, he put some heat shrink round to hold them in place. So I'm going to do the same, but I'm just trying to see if I can get this in to finish this part off at the moment. That's not gonna. Oh yeah, a little bit then. Right, see if I can get the other one in. And I will be making this little chamfered area on top a little bit bigger. Right, I'll get a file and just make that a little bit bigger because it's very tight. I'm actually applying quite a bit of pressure at this stage, and I reckon if I kept going I would crack the frame. I bet I could crack the frame, but it's turning, it's going, I don't know if you see that, it's actually going in flush there. I'll stop there and see if this one does. Now this one is not going in. I will have to, on this side, make the groove here a little bit bigger, because I know if I tighten that it's just going to crack, because I know it's not fitting. So I'll just make the hole a tiny bit bigger. I'm just going to loosen that off a little bit now so it doesn't go too tight. Right, and there you go, pilots and ground crew. Spare nuts, spare bolts, spare standoff, spare bits. That's it, we're done, we're finished. Whew. Like I say, I'll speed up a lot of this, as you've probably already known, but yeah, so it's nice. I like it. It's a strong frame. I like the look of it. I like the style of it, and I wasn't too happy about this cable holder. As you know, I wanted it on that side, but it wouldn't go that way. I suppose now I've actually said that, I could have had it there. It would work on that side, but I wanted it out of the front. But anyway, yeah, so I might move that round, but that's now. And basically, as you saw, you loosen them two screws and the full body opens up. Alright, well, you do it that way actually. Turn it upside down, open up, and all your flight control board and your electrics are on there the other way around. Right, after all that, what I'm going to do now is go put all the electrics in, get everything set up, come back, and like I say, these tiny little gaps here where these bits connect in, I'm going to get a file and just make them a little bit bigger, and where the nut is held in by the carbon fibre there, alright, I'm going to put a bit of heat shrink around just to help hold the nut in place. Right, but yeah, I'm going to put all the electrics in and I'll come back, I'll show you what I've got in, and I'll show you basically what you have to do on beta flight, because make sure you're bored, because if I put the board on there and when you wire up your ESCs, when you turn it over, your ESCs are wired wrong, plus your board's upside down, and you might not know what to do. Right, most of you will, but like I say, for new pilots, they won't know. So right then, there she is, and that's the end of part one. Part two will be coming up, well, within a day or two. I'll give you a couple of days to soak up this and have a laugh at me. Remember at the beginning when I put the frame on upside down? Yay! George the Plonker. Okay then, pilots and ground crew, there she is. Hope you liked this video, and watch out for part two. Cheers!